Hi, I'm Cassie Petruska. I'm 15 and I've been coming to Bethel my whole life. I grew up in a Christian home. We would always go to Awana every Wednesday and church every Sunday. I would always say that I was saved without knowing what it meant. So I'd always say the prayer but without really feel like I'm talking to anyone. And I would say it and have everybody be so proud of me when I didn't actually know what it meant. So I lived my life like that for a while, and I got to 4th grade. I wasn't feeling well, and I went home sick from school, and they took us to the doctor, and I was told that I had appendicitis and I needed surgery. I remember seeing a lot of crying, as almost like if it ruptured, it could kill me, and that was very scary for me. So I don't know, I just kind of felt alone in that time, and I didn't feel like God was listening to any of my prayers, so I wasn't praying a lot as much as I should have. I didn't trust Him as much as I should have. But I remember Pastor Dave came in to talk to me in the hospital, and he said, God won't give you anything you can't handle. And that was just reassurance for me that God is here and it's okay. So I went back to saying I was saved after the whole surgery, and I still didn't know really what it meant. 5th grade was just me still saying that and continuing to go to Awana and church. And then it got to 6th grade when my aunt passed from cancer. She was one of my best friends. I saw her like every week and I told her everything. So that was a bit upsetting for me. And I was just upset with God. I didn't know why He'd do that to someone so young and so nice and caring, and she just had a heart for God that I didn't know why He'd do it to her. And it was almost the question of why, instead of me realizing like this is better for her so she's not in pain anymore. It moved on to 7th grade. It was a time to try and get over that and to realize that she's gone but not forgotten. And then it got to April of 8th grade. My grandma was put in the hospital, and I just remember one of the worst times was she had tubes down her throat so she couldn't talk when she first woke up from sleeping, and she was spelling things out with her hands. She spelled out the word bye, and just being there to witness that, I just kind of lost it. I remember running out into the hallway and not wanting to cry in front of her. I just cried, and I felt like I was losing her. I was losing another one of my best friends, and I didn't know who to trust anymore in case I lost someone else. That's when I got a text from Marissa Davis, and she was here saying, I heard what's happening, like, do you need to talk? And she called me and she talked with me, and her and Pastor Chris have been there for me through a lot, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. So I know Christ is in me. I felt a lot more peace and patience and shown love. I know there was a lot of stuff I was wrestling with lying when I was younger and just not really caring a lot. And I remember I said, like I said before, I've said the prayer so many times saying like, come into my life, and I haven't felt anything from that. But then I felt peace all of a sudden. One of the times when I prayed, I felt peace throughout me, and it was almost the presence of He is here. And I went to a New Life Island camp, and I felt Him there with us, and looking around at all the other people who could be going through what I'm going, that's there. And going on the missions trip this past year to Providence, Rhode Island, that was just being there and seeing how I can help people and seeing how God is helping people and how He's moving in their lives and in mine is just good to see. And the last couple of weeks, Jake, our youth group leader, Jacob Siegel, was teaching a lesson, and he started off by sharing his testimony. He said he couldn't tell you a specific day when he was saved, but he stood there before us 100% sure he was saved. That was almost a realization moment for me, saying, I was afraid to get baptized because I didn't want to be judged by other people for not knowing the specific day I was saved. I know I've watched all these other testimonies, and all these people would say the year, the month, the day that they were saved, and they remember everything about it. So I was so afraid to tell other people that I didn't know the exact day. So that was almost the turning point, saying it is okay, and I want to get baptized. And now I'm here to get baptized.